What's up, guys? We're here with David. You got first place today with a Fire King Tri-Brigade build. I know you guys want to see this on the channel, which is really cool. Any shouts you want to give before we dive in?
Yes, first shout out to the channel. What an amazing channel. And also shout out to Max. He's a great guy. And shout out to Todd, because my first round today, that was my only tie, and it was because I was playing terribly, and he really helped me figure out like not to play terribly, and I used his lessons for the rest of the day.
And you got first place, smoked me in the finals. We got to see Fire King versus Fire King Tri-Brigade, which is really cool. That will be up on the channel tomorrow. So before we dive in, over to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll show us the list.
All right, main deck, 42 cards. It just helped with getting the 9-card non-engine that I wanted. And 3 Ponics, 3, let me put this up here. 3 Kieran, 2 of this, 1 of this, 1 of this. This is pretty standard for Tri-King, which is what this is. That's it.
How important do you think the 2 Garunix is? I'm a huge advocate of 2 Garunix.
2 Garunix is absolutely necessary in my opinion.
Because
drawing it is insanely good, and then follow-up also insanely good. I did end up needing 2 multiple times today.
I know at one point I came over and saw your duel. You got it hit with a crow, or got banished off of a runic spell.
Yeah,
something like that. It was
yeah.
in banished, and like it's very important because like that's going to be a target in the next future.
Exactly.
Where we see people are going to be like maining DD crows, and or maybe not maining, but
100% condone 2. Next we got the Tri-Brigades, 3 Fractal, 2 Kit, 2 Nerval, 1 Kirez. The ratios for this part of the deck fluctuate so much between lists that I saw, but this is pretty consistent. Like obviously this is the starter for it all. I've never needed more than 1 of this today. These are the ones that people like fudge with, and there was once I wanted 3 of each today, but you only need 3 of each for really grindy games, so hopefully just beat them by then.
What's really cool about this that people don't realize, there are a lot of people that talk about it, but I know Kit bridges with the Fire King stuff. Yeah. So if you have just Garunix, you can pop it.
This is also fire. So if you just have Field Spell and like Kit, you can just pop the Kit. Kit bridges into the Tri-Brigades, plus you get to trigger Garunix. Insanely good. And just if people don't know, the reason this deck is good is because you go Garunix, pop Kit in the deck, and then Kit triggers, then you get into your Fire King stuff.
Or get into your Tri-Brigade, but yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's the synergy. Okay, and then we go 3 Ash, 3 Bell, 3 Fenrir. This is the 9 non-engine slots I was able to go with. Fenrir is really good for the Bear Brum because you get to put the extra copy that you search onto the bottom of your deck. So I really like this card. I sided out going first a lot though, just because the deck already plays into Nib. And it's just a good going second. I play this because our locals plays Runic and Labyrinth a lot.
Yeah.
So I have to play 3 of this. I played Runic twice today and Lab twice today. So that worked out wonderfully. And I am on the wanted stuff. 3, 1, and 1. I wouldn't bump this up. I've been being told that I might not even need this. This deck is extremely consistent, and this is part of the reason why I like this in here. Sometimes it would just help me if I drew like all Tri-Brigades. This would get me into the Fire King stuff pretty easily. Plus you get the extra draw. Yeah, and like I only had 1 bad hand today, and this was part of the reason why that this deck is so consistent. I had a single bad hand, and it was still like playable. I didn't end on nothing. And we play 3 and 2. Like I said, extreme consistency.
Do you ever feel like you have too many of these? Like I'm currently on 2 myself.
I do feel like I have too many of these. Like I said, 42 card deck. I'd probably cut 1 of these. I don't know what else I'd cut.
But we can also put it back, which is important with the Bear Brum and as well as the Farajit.
That's fair. Yeah. That is true. And then we play 1 Skyburn, just another search target off the Ponics. I wanted to play Circle the Fire Kings just because you can get back like your kits and stuff. But in my opinion, it didn't come up today. And that's what I was looking for all day. So I'm going to stick with what I've been doing. 3 Tenki because it adds Arvada, Barong, and the Tri-Brigades. What's it called? Fractal. Yeah. So it gets you either one. So this is just insanely good. Siding patterns, I normally side out 1 of these just because it's like once per turn. But so basically every game I normally side out 1. And then the last card's Revolt. You have to play Revolt.
Fair enough. Card's crazy. One of my favorite cards of all time.
Insanely good. And like it can reborn all your Fire King stuff too. Like they all work together, which is very beneficial. Extra deck. We play only 1 of each. You don't normally need more. I barely made this. You're normally making this if you need to go into like some extension plays or if you really need to draw. And we play Anima, Karibo, or not Anima, Almirage. I debated playing Anima.
Because it's a fire.
Yeah. But you play this just in case, like, you bad hand, your only, like, card to play is, like, Kit. You just play this.
Normal, yeah.
It didn't end up coming up, but I can see why I'm going to keep playing it. And then Link Karibo is just really good. Helps you dodge imperms on, like, the Ponyx and stuff when it's engraved. Then we played both of these in the Solemn package to get into, like, Access Code Talker for easy OTK. Because everything's fire, and then this is the dark you use. Pretty simple. 1 SP. That's obvious. Shrek, Apo, Access Code. I only own one of these. It didn't come up today where I needed 2, but I've heard that 2 is good. I think
mostly, 2's crazy.
Yeah, like it's in my opinion, it's mostly for like grind game or like continuing throughout the game. Because sometimes you can make this going first and it gets you a search, but I didn't end up needing that today, luckily. Or else maybe I would want to play more. And then you play 1 Zealantis. This is just so you can slap this like on top of this and get you the search. And plus, its other effect is, not terrible. And then this was my 15th slot in the extra deck. It's just a generic good card off the Tri-Brigade.
I think that card's crazy. I think it's 100% mandatory.
Oh, I don't know about all that. And then these are our 2 Xyz. It's just good in Fire King. And then Typhon's a good card.
So you're not playing the Link 1, I noticed. Yeah.
No, I kind of wanted it to come up today, but I don't know what to cut, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a really tight extra deck. That was my problem.
I went through like all the must includes, and I was like, I only have 1 slot left. Let's put the Ancient Warrior guy in there. And he came up twice, so, it was worth it. And then side deck, I just play a bunch of 3-ofs. Because, in my opinion, the side decking patterns are like, you just take down the consistency a bit of your main deck to put this stuff in. Or like you take out the bells when they're not worth it, take out Fenrir's going first, stuff like that. So these are just all generically good, and that's why they're in here. There's nothing really else to it.
Is there anything you would change in your list?
I don't know. I've said a few things throughout the deck profile, but so besides what I've already said, I think I really like this deck. I like the board it sets up. The main board is just like Appaloosa Revolt with like the Fire King stuff going on with like Kieran in hand, stuff like that, it's a lot. And it's hard to like, one board breaker doesn't normally just play through all that. So
yeah, it's really good. Like kind of like Rika, if people don't really know. You have like a Revolt, that's like kind of like your sheet. And then what's really cool is with Shurag on the field, if you summon out a Garunix from the graveyard or any other winged beast, or any beast warrior, so even Kieran, it pops on like the next turn too, which is just, if they don't out the Shurag, it just banishes more stuff.
That
SP every turn,
absolutely
baby.
Correct.
But congratulations on your first place, and hopefully we'll see you guys again soon.
Thank you.